Welcome to the second episode of Voice of CS. Today, we're excited to feature an ambitious alumnus, Jeyanth, who's a part of the integrated MBA program. Jeyanth, thank you for joining us. Would you like to start by giving us an introduction or a background so that our audience can get to know you better?
Hello, thank you for having me here. I'm Jeyanth. I studied in CS Academy Erode from 2009 to 2023. I was a part of the first batch. I did my 11th and 12th in commerce stream with applied mathematics as my optional subject. Currently, I'm pursuing the 5-year integrated program, which has BA in Foundations of Management plus MBA in General Management from IIM Indore.
Preparing for such competitive programs must have taken a lot of effort. Can you share how you prepare for these during your high school years?
So, during my high school years, I also applied to US universities. So, in order to get there, you needed to have a comprehensive list of extracurriculars. So, the activities that I took part in, the activities that piqued my interest during my school time, was being a part of the student government, student council, doing MUN conferences, or being a part of the school march past band. So, yeah.
Thank you for your insights. Moving on, were there any specific strategies that you had to use or implement for exams such as IP Mat? And were there any specific extracurriculars that you had to take up to boost up your chances of getting in?
Right. So, strategies, the thing is, IP Mat is an exam which has mathematics and English as two subjects. So, I struggled with mathematics because I had studied only applied mathematics. So, people who have studied standard mathematics or people who have prepared for JEE have an advantage over us. So, I had to, specifically work on that. So, if you ask me strategies, I think it's important we realize what our own strengths and weaknesses are and then prepare accordingly. If you ask me any specific extracurricular which, let's say, has helped me get into this institute, I don't think so. See, it's important we realize me doing a particular extracurricular and me being a part of IIM Indore right now, that's not causation. That's just coincidence. So what these interviewers look for is genuine and honest applications. So what we need to do is understand and realize what we are truly interested in. It might be an eccentric hobby of yours, coin collection, stamp collection, for example. But then if you take a genuine interest in that, do something and create an impact in your community, I think that's well appreciated in the college community.
Thank you for the detailed answer. Moving on, it sounded like you've had quite a competitive high school journey. Could you walk us through the institutions you applied to, the offers you got, and what ultimately drew you to IIM Indore?
So I applied to a few US institutes and got scholarships and offers from NYU Shanghai, Kelly School of Business, the Drexel and Baylor. In India, I applied to and got offers from the BBA programs of NMIMS, Symbiosis, Shiv Nadar, Flame, and the IT NAT programs of IIM Indore and Rohtak.
Thank you for sharing those details with us. How did you find your initial days at IIM? Were there any particular challenges or surprises that you had to face when you first moved there?
So initially, it was very overwhelming for me because I had studied in Erode in CS Academy until 12th grade. So there isn't a lot of cultural diversity here. When I go to this college, I meet people from every state of our country. And the language which is spoken there is, though there is English, it's predominantly Hindi. That was a culture shock to me. So my challenge was not academics in IIM Indore. It was, navigating through these dynamics, understanding the people there and finding my niche. That was my initial challenge, and now I think I'm confident enough to tell you that it's a comfortable place for me.
Thank you for the different perspective. I feel like that's something our students really do need to hear. During your time at university, is there a specific experience that stands out to you that made you change your perspective when it comes to academics or your future goals and aspirations?
So as I told you, initially I was overwhelmed by this college. It's difficult not to get lost or feel insecure when everybody around you is chasing something or the other. So that, coming out of my comfort zone, it was the first 3-4 months I was in my comfort zone. So I think the phase in which I came out of my comfort zone and realized it is okay to try something, not be very conscious of yourself. And it's okay to fail even if you, what matters is you're trying whatever you want to. So understanding that and getting that support from my seniors was, I would say, an eventful thing in my college.
That's a very thoughtful answer. Is there any experience with clubs or societies that contributed to your personal growth and skill development?
So in my first year, I tried my stint in debating. It was a very fruitful experience. And over the course of time, I stopped that and now I'm doing English theater. It's a very rewarding experience. So in my college, I'm very specific about the extracurriculars that I choose because the academic pressure itself is pretty high. So I make sure whatever I choose, I'm able to, give my 100% in that. And it's something which I haven't tried earlier. So
You mentioned academic pressure in your previous answer. If you were to give your younger self one piece of advice for handling pressure or stress, especially when you're transitioning to a new high demand environment such as IIM, what would it be?
I think just telling myself it's all going to be okay. It's all going to be manageable. Because I guess 2, 3 years back, I used to overstress myself on the small things. Understanding that at that age, there's nothing so important that it can't wait until tomorrow. So getting that rest, getting that sleep, and also knowing that even if you fail, it's okay. There are hundreds of other opportunities available. I think that's what I would tell my younger self.
Thank you. Looking ahead, what are your aspirations after completing your MBA? Do you have any specific goals, career options, or institutions in mind?
So I think now I'm pretty clear that I want to do something in the field of business management. That's why I've joined this program in the first place. But I'm not clear as to which domain I want to, be a part of in the job market. That is something which I'm doing right now, exploring different options and avenues available to me, and I hope I choose the right one.
Thank you for that honest answer. I think students need to know that it's okay to stay open to multiple opportunities rather than having a very fixed goal and just working hard with whatever they get. Would you like to share any 3 pieces of advice that you want to give to students who aspire to get into prestigious universities? And should they stay on the lookout for any specific challenges?
So, firstly, stay consistent in your preparation. Putting small amounts of efforts every day is definitely going to boil down into tangible results there in the end. Secondly, understanding this is a competitive exam. It's not about getting all answers right or for all questions. It's about minimizing the number of wrong answers. So, knowing that and strategizing your preparation by knowing your strengths and weaknesses is going to help you specifically with respect to IPMAT, both in the exam and in the interview. Thirdly, just knowing that even if this does not work out, there are hundreds of other opportunities available. So if you fail, don't get dejected. Yeah.
It's been a pleasure having this conversation with you, and I'm sure that your experiences will resonate with so many aspiring individuals and students. We wish you all the best for your future.
Thank you. All the best, everybody.
Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned for more compelling stories and voices of Kicks.